The most interesting topic that is on everybody's minds at the moment, the Trump plan for Israel. And I know we've seen some of your videos commenting the situation in Israel. Can you tell us what are your thoughts on what we already know about the Trump plan? Of course, there's no confirmed details yet, but just give us a brief. What are your thoughts on this?
We heard here in Israel about the peace plan by Trump and his poetry. I don't see how this thing can be implemented on the ground. Unfortunately, this will be another plan which will join many other plans which are on the shelf, and they have much dust over them, and this is what more or less what they do. Because the Middle East is built and functioning according to the rules of the Middle East, not according to the rules of America or Europe. And whatever plan which is being written or designed by Americans or Europeans cannot work in the Middle East. Because these people, as good as they are, they have no idea about the culture of the Middle East. They have no idea about what motivates people in the Middle East. They have no idea about the powers which shake this region for many years, much before Israel came to the world. So, unfortunately, they spend their time, effort, and power in order to design plans which can maybe work in Europe or in America, but they cannot work in Israel because they are not connected to the sociology, the anthropology, the culture, and the mentality of people in this region.
Dr. Kedar, can you tell us then perhaps about this Middle Eastern culture, what you call the mentality of the tribe, and your possible alternative for that, the Emirates plan?
The Middle East is divided to two kinds of states: the failing states and the successful states. The failing states are Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Sudan, Algeria, and more from the modern states, which were defined by the colonialism. And the successful states are the Emirates in the Gulf: Kuwait, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and the other 7 or the other countries of the United Arab Emirates, altogether 9. The failing states are all conglomerates of tribes, of ethnic groups like Arabs and Kurds and Turkmens and Berbers in North Africa, of religious groups like Muslims, Christians, Yazidis, Alawis, Druze, Jews, of course, and sectarian groups like Sunnah, Shia, or all kinds of denominations inside the Christian communities. And the modern state, which was created less than 100 years ago, tried all the time to push aside the loyalty of the people to the tribe, to the ethnic group, to the religious and the sectarian group, in a way which everybody will define himself only by the modern state, like Iraq or Syria or Sudan or Libya, and will abandon and leave altogether the traditional loyalties to the tribe, to the ethnic group, to the religious and the sectarian group. This is what the British and the French and the others hoped that this is what will be in the Middle East. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. In spite of the fact that there is a state with an anthem, with a flag, with ministries and army and police, the state, the modern Arab state, failed in replacing the traditional old loyalties. And this is why these countries are failure. Because there is no Iraqi nation, there is no Syrian nation, there is no Sudani nation, there is no Algerian nation, and no Yemenite nation. They are all tribes which never were galvanized to shape one ethnic group. On the other side, we see the Emirates. Every one of them is homogeneous. One single group, which are like more or less one tribe. In Kuwait, it's Al Sabah, is the name of this tribe. In Qatar, it's Al Thani. In Abu Dhabi, it's Al Nihyan, and so forth. Everyone has Al. Al means a family, a big family. And they are homogeneous society. This is why this is stable society, and the political arena is stable. And on this you can build economy which will make the country into a heaven, even without oil, like Dubai. On the other side, in Iraq and Syria, the artificial states, which are not built on one group, groups are fighting each other. Arabs are fighting Kurds, and tribes are fighting with each other, and Muslims fight against other religions. So the country actually cannot bind everybody to act like normal people, normal states, like Poland and many other states. And this is why these states are failing. And this is actually, I would say, a small and short introductory to the modern Arab world. States which were built on homogeneous group are stable, with oil like Abu Dhabi, or without oil like Dubai, while the conglomerates of tribes, ethnic groups, religious and sectarian groups are failing states with oil like Iraq and Libya, or without oil like Algeria. So this is actually what I'm saying. Therefore, when we want to solve the Palestinian problem, it's obvious that we should follow the successful paradigm rather than taking the failure means to establish Emirates on the basis of the clans which live in the cities of Judea and Samaria, in addition to Gaza. And it gives you 8 Emirates. In the Gulf, it's 7. Now it will be 8 Emirates here, based on the local families or local clans who are there forever. The Palestinian Authority, as a modern artificial state, is viewed as illegitimate by the majority of the people in Judea and Samaria and Gaza. This, by the way, why Hamas succeeded to rebel against the PLO, because they are much more connected to the population, because the PLO are refugees which Israel brought in 1994 in order to take care of the place and to force law and order. But the Palestinian Authority is totally illegitimate in the eyes of the majority of the population. This is why I highly recommend to abolish this Palestinian Authority and to approach the families, the clans, who know much better how to behave in this area and how to run a state, a stable state, in the region named the Middle East.